Hi, Joe Cerrone.
Now, Rosen.
We're going to make this short Zoom video meeting because my hard drive space only has a couple of minutes. But in our Zoom meeting this week, we're going to review our assignments. We're introducing Chapter 3 today, Module 3. In Module 3, we're going to do these plate drawings. And really, it's just an extension on the existing plates that we've been doing. It's very similar where we're going to be working with draw and modify commands. And so these plates are designed to teach you how to use draw commands like circle, arc, line, set up the grid, set up the snap, work with layers. So they're not super difficult. This one here, you have to have a construction line to get this line right here to be at that intersection. And so that's the trickiest one of them all at this point. I'm not sure. I will have to open that because I have the first 5. Let me see if I have that one. There we go. And so we're adding things like fillets and radiuses in here. And then here on plate number 9, this is probably the most difficult part. And what I would do is I would draw a construction line like this at a 45-degree angle. And then when you draw this line right here, what you need to do is you need to use a 3-point arc with intersection. Otherwise, it won't touch, and I'll show you what I mean. So we'll make this a nice fuchsia, 3-point arc. Okay, 1. Okay, turn off my snap for 2, 2, and then 3. Works perfect. Now, if you don't have the construction line and you try to do it, it doesn't work so great. And so we go, let's go counterclockwise. It likes to go counterclockwise. And we'll say nearest. It'll work with nearest. So I guess I can make it work. I'm just able to handle any of these. But you'll see it if it's not there. It won't be perfect. This one's not quite perfect. When you get down to how precise this is not as good as the other one. And that's why we use CAD. It is so perfect when you get down to these geometries. Okay, this is going to have to be a quick Zoom meeting because my hard drive space is limited. So you're to complete the general design plates. Okay, they are due today at 11:30 for Module 1. Module 2, if we look at Module 2, is a floor plan exercise like this. And then there's a mechanical drawing. Now, when you use the floor plan drawing, it's going to be an architectural title block that you'll use. And the units are set for architectural units, which means that we'll be inputting our coordinates in feet and inches. And so as we work with this drawing, the reason that we have mechanical and architectural is because they work a little different. And so if I want to draw an 18-foot line here, I can go to my line command and I can click a starting point. You should be using polar. And then if I track it out with polar, you see I get a green line. And then I can just type in 18-foot mark, enter. And then I can track that up and I can type in 16 feet. And C for close. Use line weights so that you can see things. And then you can get the chair from Module 2 content. So under the content area, in Module 2, there is a chair. And we'll show you some other ways to get these different symbols in there, but we're going to download that. And then I'm going to open it. Hopefully it doesn't launch a new one. There we go. Ah, nice 3D chair, Al. Excellent. Yep. When you look at these chairs from the top view, you cannot tell they're 3D. And so to get this drawing into the other drawing, what you do is you say Edit, Copy with Base Point. You can select the object, hit Enter, and then it wants to know where the base point is. Actually, I missed the base point, but I think it'll still work. And then I go into the new drawing, and I say Edit, Paste, And then comes my chair. And then to remember to lay out the table, it's to be 7 feet 6 inches off of each side. So use the offset command, 7 feet 6. And then you can offset this line this way, this line this way. And then you can draw the table geometry with the center diameter. Even though it's in feet and inches, you can still type decimal units. So architecture lets you do that, but units for decimal does not. So, and then we can array this with a polar array. We do have all of the assignments with videos, right, Al?
Yes, sir.
So let's talk about that. Can you walk us through, Al, some of the main splash page stuff here?
Certainly, no problem. On our splash page, you see Zoom classroom meeting on chapter 3. We have 2 of them there. One is A and one is B. Classroom A, if you click on it for a minute, Joe, brings up another page. There you go.
And so this is our video from last semester. So it's pretty much the same thing we did last year at this time. Great. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. This is perfect, Al. And then you have another video for some of the other drawings we did.
And this is our PowerPoint that goes right along with it.
Excellent, excellent. And so this really ties in the textbook information to it.
That is correct.
And so how to draw lines with absolute coordinates, relative coordinates, and polar coordinates. Now, since this course is set up as asynchronous, most people just watch the videos and do the work. And so that's what we're doing. We're just giving you the content, where to find that. Also, make sure that you drill down into the content here under content, because you'll find that it's organized a little bit more like a book in the content area. And so we have the videos for lab number 2. Exercises are a bonus. Some of them are just so-so in the beginning. But here, Joe's YouTube architectural tutorial. Here's the B-size title block, and here's the chair.
And the mechanical ones are right below that, Joe.
That's right. And so you can do the mechanical project. Here's the PDF. And then if we come back to the chapter 2 labs, it's very well organized for you. There's more content in there than you need. So you don't have to do everything. You just have to do what we tell you. And you're welcome to do more. But the minimum requirements for lab 2 is either a mechanical or an architectural drawing. Just choose one of the 2 and then submit it to the Dropbox. Some students are asking about quizzes. You should take the quizzes as the modules roll out. So quiz 2 should be taken when you do module 2. We don't assign a due date, but we do tell you you won't get the points if you don't do the quizzes. And so that should be incentive enough rather than to be turning them off and going through all that. No. Just do the work. Okay. And then this week, module 3, right, Al?
That is correct. And if you go down a little further, Joe, you'll see the module. That's a mechanical one, architectural one right below that. So you get a choice of them. And then below you see the PowerPoint right there. You have video of it. You have a link to our old system that Joe and I put together. We're using all the time. So you have a video of how to do the O-snaps and everything else. It's the best way of review, how to use all those commands that we showed you before. And right below it says attachments. Attachment is all the blocks and all the plates that we have.
That's right. And so when you do these drawings, if you click on the blue links, or at least these are blue, but they're drawings. And you have to open these drawings and complete the work.
And that's what you need to do to all the nice 5 drawings.
That's correct. So everything is set for you guys. I'm not going to overproduce this video because I'm worried my technology will not let me save a recording if it goes too far. If you have any questions, make sure that you email us and we'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Remember that module 1 is due today. And then next week, 2 modules are due, module 2 and module 3, because the following week is spring break. Now, if you don't get module 3 done by next week, you can request an extension and do it over spring break. But me and Al, we're going to be out of town, right, Al?
Hopefully.
So, we're not going to assign anything over spring break, but that's why we have 2 modules due next week. Take the chapter quizzes at the end of when you're done with each of the modules, and then turn in the assignments to the assignments folder. When you turn in the assignments to the assignments folder, you will be graded with a rubric, and we can see some of them are already coming in there. And so under the assignments, how are you going to be graded is going to look like this. I need the Jeopardy music for when it's loading. Completeness, graphical accuracy, use proper design skills. Are you using the correct line types? Are you using the correct layers? Proper dimensioning, and then proper use of CAD features. Are you filling out the title block? Are the geometries right? Is everything connected or endpoint to endpoint? So just a general assessment of your CAD skills. Okay, Al, if there's anything else, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to start to wrap this meeting up.
I think we covered a lot.
Very good. Okay, so get to work. We'll be online next week, and that completes our weekly Zoom meeting.